Hello and welcome to this NDTV special. Last month, I had flown with my NDTV crew down to New York to interview Donald Trump, as the former president was getting ready to run for president again. That is, if he could stave off the array of charges being brought against him, from attempting to overturn the election results of 2020 to storing classified documents at his Florida resort.
Everyone wants me to run. I'm leading in the polls, and I'll make a decision in the very near future.
The interview went viral. It even found a mention on the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
He sat for an interview with a channel called New Delhi TV. Can all Trump's interviews be like this?
What we're about to show you now is the behind-the-scenes video of the interview, a walkthrough of the luxury golf course cum hotel in Bedminster, New Jersey, about 2 hours outside New York, where the interview was filmed, to give you, in a sense, an insight into Planet Trump. Remember, Donald Trump's presidency was unique because he didn't have just one White House, he had several. The high-end resorts that are part of his other life as a billionaire property developer. The most famous is Mar-a-Lago, his Florida resort that made headlines when the FBI raided it earlier this year, which earned the nickname the Winter White House for the amount of time he would spend there when he was president in the colder months. Come summer, Mar-a-Lago closes for the season and President Trump shifts to the New Jersey resort, which has come to be known as the Summer White House. Now, even though he is no longer president, these resorts, as we shall see, are still very much part of the Trump ecosystem. It is from these retreats that he plans his political and legal battles. But equally, they offer an insight into the making of brand Trump, how the president, whether he's in office or out of it, blurred the lines between his political ambitions and his business empire. Our guide to this resort was Shalabh Kumar, the Indian-American businessman who's the founder of the Republican Hindu Coalition and a major supporter of President Trump. On a clear Wednesday afternoon in September, driving into the sprawling Trump National Golf Resort, an estimated 600 acres of golfing luxury. So here we are at the Trump National Golf Resort in Bedminster, New Jersey. I'm here with Shalabh Kumar. He's the founder of the Republican Hindu Coalition, big, supporter of President Trump. Even now there's a, golf event going on, golfers coming in and out. But it's interesting. Let's go inside, Mr. Kumar, and let us understand this insight into Planet Trump. This place has been designed, and how, in a sense, you'll see both his political legacy, his legacy as a businessman, as someone who's a real estate tycoon who's built these properties. Let's go in this area. So this is the reception area as you enter the main clubhouse, and already as you enter, the camera can come and pan in. You can already start seeing Trump memorabilia on the wall. This is a page from TV Guide, the top 10 greatest TV quotes and catchphrases of all time. At number 3 is "You're fired." Donald Trump, the apprentice. So.
Of course, that made him very popular. You're fired. Initially when the word came out,
right,
the phrase, "You're fired," I wasn't sure. People weren't sure how people are going to like it.
Right.
You're fired. That's typically not really. But when the president at that time Donald Trump says, "You're fired,"
right,
it means a lot.
Right. And in this way, this is important because, again, let's look at this. This is again a page from Daily Variety. It's kind of entertainment magazine. And it looks at the top 25 shows in this period. I think this is from 2004. And right there at number 1 is The Apprentice. So this is again interesting because this is how, in a sense, he launched his political career. He was a kind of star of reality TV, apart from being a businessman. And so this reminds people who've come here about how the story began.
His media acumen started with The Apprentice.
Right.
That's where he became very good at
understanding the media.
Understanding the media.
Okay, come. Let's walk through here, Mr. Kumar, and we can see the walls are covered with this kind of memorabilia. So here you go again, Mr. Kumar. We can see here's Donald
very
Trump.
Famous people
With different, these are. So here there's.
You're fired, but he says fired.
Fired. You're fired. These are, I'm assuming, famous golfers
That's correct.
that he's here with. Again, we look on the wall, we see him with other TV personalities, celebrities. And again, coming through here. Here are some Newsweek and Business Week covers which go back to 1987. Trump, $1 billion empire and an ego to match.
And besides that, let's just look at his face. Most handsome guy. Right. Isn't he? He's really a handsome guy.
Right. So in a sense, Mr. Kumar, this reminds people who come here that when they're getting membership, it's the brand Trump, which is one of the big USPs of this place.
He was a master at creating a brand. Trump Airlines, Trump properties everywhere, Trump hotels.
Sure.
So he's pretty good at that.
And even when he was president, he would come here, he would spend time here, he would golf here. His critics would say sometimes perhaps spending a little bit too much time on the golf course.
Not as much compared to other presidents. I mean, you see what time he tweets? He hardly sleeps.
Right.
So, he's working all the time. He's a 24/7 guy.
In fact, news reports from the time when Donald Trump was president points to how he spent close to 300 days of his presidency playing golf. 3 times as much as President Obama did. 24/7 guy. But when he was president, he would come here. It was still a functioning and operating golf course. And did that drive a lot of business? Because, suddenly the premium of this place goes up. It's now a golf course. Of course, it's a luxury Trump golf course, but now Trump is president.
Well, actually, the businesses don't really like it that much.
Okay.
Because all the security and shutdowns and what all that happens when the president comes here. So, if you got together with some taxi drivers.
Right.
And they say, I wish he started to come here a little less.
Right. So you're saying it has the reverse effect, because some argued that actually drove up the premium, membership costs went up.
No, a little bit there. He's, he really never monetized. Yeah.
Media reporting suggests that Trump's real estate empire did benefit from his time as president. According to one estimate by the Washington Post, Trump Properties earned $8 million from US taxpayers and his supporters while he was president. An expense that continued even after he quit the office, with the Secret Service, who continues to protect him, paying thousands of dollars for stay at the Bedminster Resort. So, Mr. Kumar, you've come here several times, right? To Bedminster?
About a dozen times.
Dozen times. When Trump was president, or this is otherwise?
Prior to, and as well as when he was president. So, a lot of my meetings with Ivanka and Jared.
Okay.
There was a nice swimming pool here.
Okay.
Which I don't know whether we'll go to that or not, but it was pretty good.
So, where does Trump stay when he's here? He has his own private residence?
Of course. Yeah.
Over here?
Right. He's got his master suite.
And now, we've come to the merchandise shop at Bedminster, and let's go and have a look, because again, I think we'll see more of brand Trump at play.
Yep.
You got a
nice
Trump crest, TNGC, Trump National Golf Course, no MAGA hats. at least can't see any here at the moment.
They probably fly out. There's one.
Oh, where's?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, there are two types.
Yep.
Got a bunch of types here.
Different types.
Oh yeah.
Make America Great Again, MAGA. So, give us a sense of what's the hot seller here in this shop. Is it the Trump merchandise that does well? At the store, we're told the top seller is the trademark MEGA, or Make America Great Again baseball cap, which sells for $35 a piece. They sell about 10 to 20 a day, they said at the shop. So there you go. I mean, even in a golf club, people want that MAGA. At the store, they're quick to point out that there are no items bearing the presidential seal. a possible reaction to a controversy that broke out in June this year when Trump was spotted using his presidential seal during a golf tournament hosted at the Bedminster Club, which is against US federal laws.
Of course, that is the most popular. And actually, I'm sure because India also pays a lot of attention to this.
Sure.
So President has been kind of debating as to what better name to come up
Okay.
as compared to MAGA.
Oh, is another new slogan?
He wants to come up with a slogan, but then he keeps on saying, "Oh, I don't know. I can't come up with anything better than MAGA. Keep America great again." It doesn't sound like.
Right. So that's just become the kind of
it's
trademark
become the trademark. So it's a little challenging.
to try and replace that.
Yeah. Maybe we ought to have a Hindi equivalent for that.
Our final stop in the tour to visit the final resting place of Donald Trump's ex-wife Ivana, the mother of Ivanka, Donald Jr. and Eric Trump, who died in July this year in her New York apartment. Though the two had been estranged for years, in a surprise turn of events, Ivana was buried in the Bedminster course. So what he was saying is, Mr. Kumar, that there are two golf courses here, an old one and a new one. And what we're now going to is the new one. And apparently, late Ivana Trump was laid to rest at the beginning of the new golf course.
I see. Okay. I never got into that history.
Right. To help us locate the grave, one of the groundsmen acts as a guide. And just as well, because without him, we wouldn't have been able to locate it. Right. The grave is stark, simple, no signage around it, nor ringed off. And it's at the moment being kept very simple, very sort of, it almost just blends in with the entire area. And this is the spot, this is where the new golf course or the new part of the... Some media reports pointed to how the choice of the golf course as the burial site may be linked to the Trump property seeking eligibility for tax breaks. So as always with Donald Trump, there is a whiff of controversy even when it comes to where his late wife was buried, with some making the accusation that this was done to try and get tax breaks for the golf property because of New Jersey laws which apparently grant tax exemptions to spaces that are designated as a cemetery. So this has actually turned out to be the resting place for Ivana Trump. And as Brian was saying, Mr. Kumar, Donald Trump also wants to be buried here. Is there anything that when it comes to legislation, is there any issue about burying people in a golf course, or that's not a...
No,
not
that's
really.
not an issue.
There's no issue.
There is no. It's a lot freer country.
Right. Okay. And also we're seeing some kind of a motorcade there.
It's probably
Security. That's the Trump escort.
Yep.
Leaving. Okay. So they've come and dropped him off, and now they're heading off. But tell us, Mr. Kumar, I mean, I know you may not be aware of too much of the history, but this was his first fight. Obviously, somebody quite special to him, the mother of his kids.
Yeah, right. Your Ivanka.
Yeah.
Ivanka Trump, Don Jr.
Yes.
Eric. So they were very dear to him. So there was a very close family.
Right.
And so it's very important.
Back at the clubhouse, we are escorted to the room designated for the interview, where again, the mix of commercial and political that has come to define brand Trump. Okay, so we are at the Trump National Golf Course in Bedminster, New Jersey, and we're just setting up here in what's called the green room for the interview. You can see the cameras around. The camera person Xavier is setting up here. And these are the cameras that are going to be focused on where Donald Trump, he's sitting over here. Zoom in and see this portrait of Trump. He's going to be his backdrop. Shalabh Kumar, Republican Hindu Coalition over here. I'm going to be sitting over here. Now, we've been told largely to confine ourselves to this room, even though this is a sprawling, hundreds of acres golf course, because Trump, even though he's no longer president, is still a Secret Service protectee. So the Secret Service has asked that this is the room we designated. It's a room that has been given the feel of an old clubhouse. you'll see on the wall, these memorabilia of plaques of people who scored holes in one. But as always, reminders that we are very much in planet Trump. Like, for example, this New York Post headline, the New York Post, the tabloid, give him mail. Another tabloid front page from Trump's presidency. Trump threatens to wipe out North Korea. Armageddon, a play on Donald Trump, Armageddon. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen. Trump's message to the North Korean dictator. Classic Trumpism there. Of the kind perhaps we may get to hear in the interview or not, we'll have to wait and see. Just 15 minutes after the appointed hour, Donald Trump walked in, took his seat, and the rest, well, you know.